Now let's talk about accidentals. Accidentals are used to raise or lower pitches by either a half step, a whole step, and also to convert it back to a natural note. So if we want to raise a pitch up by a half step, what we do is we use the sharp accidental. The sharp accidental looks like this. It's a number sign. If I want to lower a note by a half step, I use the flat accidental. It kind of looks like a B. So a sharp raises a note up by a half step, and then a flat lowers a note by a half step. If I want to bring a note back to the natural or the basic note, then I use a natural sign. So this is the natural accidental. Now if I want to raise a note up by a whole step, I could use a double sharp accidental sign, which is an X. If I want to lower a note by a whole step, I could use the double flat. In this case, you will just draw two flat symbols. Now this lowers a note by a whole step. So these are the accidentals we will be using. Let's take an example. We're in the treble clef. So I have the note, let's say C here. If I want to raise this note C, I would sharp it. So when writing accidentals, make sure you write it to the left side of the note. So if I want this note changed from a C to C sharp, then I would write a sharp symbol here. And then the note C. So now this is the note C sharp. So I have C to C sharp. But let's say I want to go back to the note C again. What I can do is use the natural sign. And now I have a C natural. Now if I want to lower the C by half step again, I can, and I would use the flat accidental. And there it is, C flat. Now let's talk about raising and lowering by a whole step. Let's pick another note. Let's pick the note G. So if I have my note G here and I want to raise it by a whole step, I would use a double sharp, which is the X symbol. And let's change to a different note. How about E? So if I want to have E lowered by a whole step, I will use double flat. There's my E double flat. Now, one thing you got to be careful when writing accidentals is to make sure they fall in the line or in the space it is meant for. So if I want to sharp a note, let's say D, then I have to make sure that the sharp sign, the box, has the line going through it. And then I put my note, and there is D sharp. Same thing with the space. If I want to have A sharp, then I make sure that the space is, there's A, so the space goes to the sharp sign. Same thing with the flat. So if I have a D flat, I want to make sure the flat symbol has the line D running through it. Then I put my note D, and there's a D flat. Same thing with the space. Let's say if I have E flat, then I have the space E with the symbol. So it's nice and clear, so we understand that the symbol is for the space or the line. The same thing goes for if I have the double sharp. If I have a G double sharp on a line, or if it's on a space C double sharp, the accidentals are in the spaces. Same thing with the double flat. E double flat, or G double flat.